Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another Professional Witches podcast episode. And today I have a special treat because we have Judicorn Hampton, the Positivity Witch. And yes, I love her logo because she's riding a unicorn, and who does not love that as an energy? So welcome, Judi, to the show.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Fiona, for having me. Very, very happy to be here.
I'm very happy to have you here. And yeah, we are coming to you today on a very sunny day. I think we just compared notes and we're on about 27 degrees, which for us is pretty warm from what we're used to, right?
Yeah, slightly better than like 10 degrees, which was here a couple of weeks back. So yeah.
I think in the UK, you were all going, oh my God, where's summer? And voila, here it is. Here is summer. But yeah, it's glorious to have a bit of sunshine, have a bit of that solar recharging going on. So yeah, so Judi, tell us a bit about your work. Why are you the Positivity Witch?
So I think I'm wired different. There you go. Let's go it that way. When people's default is thinking negative, mine is thinking positive. If you see the cloud, I will see the silver lining. I'm a huge believer in Disney films, like the old Disney films, sort of like lovely, lovely, lovely. Something bad happens, lovely, lovely, lovely. That's why I look at it. I totally get that, yes, some things bad's are going to happen, but there's a reason. Whether it be a life lesson or whatever it is, I will always find the reason of something bad happening. It's the way I cope with everything, and it's the way that I've been since I was knee high to a grasshopper. I've never changed. I've always been this sunshine. It's the sun has come out for us today because this is what we're going to talk. This is what I'm about. It's being the sunshine in people's life. It's making people feel happy, feel positive, wanting to smile. Just smile. Literally smile, which is see magic in literally everything. Nicely done with the witches. See?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, you're totally a witch. You've got the witch energy. It's like when I said I'm the professional witch, people went, oh yeah, no, that really suits you. And it's I think more people need to call themselves witches and just be honest about that energy. And let's change that around, because neither of us are like cauldron cackling kind of maybe sometimes.
You've got to cackle. We can both cackle.
Yeah, we've got a dirty laugh. When we...
We're not going to do it because we'll both start each other off, but yeah,
absolutely,
it's good. But I think it's lovely to cackle. It's lovely to laugh. It's so good.
Laughter is incredible, and I don't know if you've ever done laughter yoga. That was something I did a while ago. So good. That got me through some dark times, very challenging times. And talking of challenging times, I mean, it's not like you've not had challenging times. I know that you have some very similar ones that I've faced too, but it's how you dealt with it. So if somebody sort of has a challenging time right now and they're watching this and they've said, yeah, it's all right to be positive, but what about when this happens? What happens when life throws you a shitball? How do you deal with that?
So let me give you my experience. So my dad passed away last year after being really ill for like 2 years. Now, we had such an amazing relationship, as in we spoke every day. Yeah, I worked with him beforehand, so we were like really, really close. But we spoke every...
Now, typically, your internet connection has just dropped, and I don't edit these, so this is staying in. I think you're back. So, yeah, you were talking about the amazing relationship you had with your father. And then you...
Yeah, so I had an amazing relationship with him. I mean, it was like we were so close, but all of the family were really close. So every day we told each other we loved them. There was nothing left unsaid. So when he passed, everything that had been said was fine. And the way that I looked at it is I was so blessed to have had him in my life for 54 years. I mean, wow. Rather than, oh my God, he's gone, I'm never going to see him again. I'm like, no, all of the lessons that he taught me, everything that he passed on to me is here.
Mm.
So,
Did you find, and I found this because my father passed away 8 years ago now, nearly, and what I found, he's still teaching me stuff. I still hear his voice, his wisdom. When I think I need my dad for something, um, he comes through either sometimes in the advice that lands, and sometimes somebody will show up in my life to sort of do what he would have done for me. Does that make sense? Um,
absolutely. Absolutely. I totally get that. But what I say to anyone that is going through a bad time, it will pass. It really will pass. I'm I'm also a huge believer, whether you call it twee, whether you call it faith in the universe,
mm,
or whether you believe in a deity, whatever it is, I don't believe anything gets thrown at you that you can't cope with.
mm,
So yes, you might be having a really dark time, but I believe the universe knows that you can cope with that, and there will be a reason that you're going through it and you won't be able to see it at the time,
mm-hmm,
but it will happen. I'll give you an example. My daughter had she was mugged, which was horrific.
mm,
She was 14. She had her phone in her hand. Somebody came up on a moped next to her and took her phone. And then there was somebody in a car, the other side of her, that said, "Let's get in the car and we'll chase them." So she did what I programmed, if you want, or told them to do, which if anybody says that, give them what they want and run in the opposite direction.
mm-hmm,
Run in the opposite direction. They're not after you, they're after what you've got.
mm,
And she did that. She come home and then she said to me, so why did that happen to me? And I said, first of all, because you could cope with it. Second of all, your phone contract was out, you was out of your contract, so that's absolutely fine. And third of all, it meant that I could share it on Facebook and let people know that this is what's happening. It got over like 100 shares.
mm,
And that was just locally. So the way that I look at it is everything happens for a reason.
yeah.
Um, and be positive about it. The other thing that I totally believe in is you have a path in this life. You have where you've got to be, where you're going to.
Mm-hmm,
You can take path A or path B. That's absolutely fine. I think that's your will.
mm-hmm.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Don't go, oh, but what if? Who cares about what if? Just go and enjoy.
And this is the thing that I say often is, if there's something like that you perceive to be horrible that you've got to do it, whether you go into it with a grump or whether you've got to go into it with a smile. So choose the smile, and one, it will be more pleasant. Two, it will go better because you'll go at it with a different attitude. And I think what people don't really understand, that there will maybe be pessimists listening to this just to sneer because they like to do that. But it's like my mum said about my dad, which is a bit unfair because he was actually quite a positive person overall, is that you're never happy unless you're moaning. And I think some people kind of get that kick from that attitude, but it is a choice whether you're
It is a choice.
positive or negative.
Okay. I have got a quest, if you want, for people here listening in
Yeah.
podcast land. Food. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to make a meal and feel really shit and feel really angry. And then I want you to make a meal and feel really positive and be grateful for everything that you're cooking.
Mm,
Notice the difference between the two meals. One, it will give you indigestion and
mm,
heartburn, and it won't be that nice. And the other
mm,
one will taste amazing, and you'll feel fantastic for eating it because it's made with love. Again, one of the things that my dad said was, if you can't do something with a good heart, don't do it. Literally, don't do it. So if someone says, could you do me a favor? And you're like, yeah, of course I can. And then they tell you this favor and you're like, I don't want to do it. And you do it and you just think, I want to do it. And you do it with a bad heart, it won't have the same outcome. So
no.
that's what is try it with food. if you haven't done it before, try it with food.
Well, do you know that's been proven scientifically? And this is one
Oh,
that
isn't it?
people talk about the woo-woo and they don't realize that so much of it is backed up by science, and more of it is becoming backed up with science. And there was the famous experiment of um, the giving love, sending loving intentions towards food, towards plants, the plants that you say, I love you, I believe in you, you can do it, versus the plants that you go, oh, fuck's sake, this isn't going to work. Sorry for the French. Um, you know, the plant that sent the loving words flourishes. The other
Absolutely.
one dwindles and dies, and the slugs eat it. And it's the same with food. There was the rice in water in a jar, and one had literally they just put a label love on it, and the other one had the label hate. And the love one stayed fresher for ages, and the hate one went moldy really quickly. And you can try this yourself. Like if you've got crummy tap water and that's all you've got to drink. I had this in a place I used to live. The tap water tasted like metal. It was disgusting. But I just gave it a blessing, and I just said, I waved my hand over it and I said, I love you 3 times over it, and then drank it. And I tasted a sip before I did this, and it tasted rank. Did the intention of I love you, and I could almost feel the energy of it purifying. And then I drank it. It was like well water. It was pure, clean, fresh, cool, beautiful water. And I feel like everything in life, if you put that intention into it, it just goes better. It's just
Yeah,
more fun.
it, it really is. It really is. And it's the same um, when people go, but I've got negative people around me. Unless you have to have those people around you, get rid of.
Mm,
There's nothing to say that you need those negative Nellies in your life.
absolutely. Absolutely. You don't have to put up with that kind of behavior.
No, and if you do, if it's like a family member that you see quite a lot, learn to put the bubble or the shield around you
Yeah.
that negativity doesn't get in.
And you know, with that, because having had to deal with similar kinds of experiences in that, it, people, you teach people how to treat you. Does that make
Mm.
sense? Like if somebody is like nasty towards you, and you take it and you shrink, and they see that their behavior has that effect, that's what they want. So they'll do it more. It's like bullies at school. If you take it and you get afraid, they get a real kick from that. If you stand up to it, or if you ignore it, if you give it no energy, it's like somebody gives you a present and you accept it, they'll give you more gifts like that. And if you see that negativity as a gift, if you choose to accept it, they'll give it to you more. But if you reject it, if you send it back to them and show them that it actually can't touch you, they'll stop giving those gifts. They'll give them to someone else. Or eventually they'll run out of people to give those negativity gifts to, and they'll start to look at themselves. And that's part of their journey, but it doesn't have to be a part of
No,
you.
absolutely.
You're frozen again. This is because Judy is lucky enough to be in her garden, enjoying the sunshine, but maybe the
I'm
internet.
coming in.
But she's
Too
coming
hot.
in. She's sorting the internet. This is a live
I'm
recording,
coming.
people.
I think it's getting too hot. It is absolutely beautiful in the garden. There we go. But I think it's also too hot.
Yes, I think so.
I think it's too hot. So can you hear me now?
Yes, no, that's much better. The light may not be quite so bright, but you light the screen up anyway.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So yeah,
Right,
no,
I'm back.
this is like a big lesson for people. And I think a lot of people don't realize, and I've heard people say before that they're not pessimists, they're realists. And well, if that's kind of how you want to say it, but no, it's really not. They're not realists because not everything is is negative like that. But you know, it's like the thing that we're always manifesting. And people say, oh no, because I want more money in a house. But actually, what are the words they're saying that contradict that? You know, if you say I want more, or I don't have these things, then that is the reality you create. The universe gives you what you see is your reality and what you expect. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry.
sorry. No.
You,
You
you go.
no, you. Oh my God, this is like Mrs. Doyle and her friend trying to pay for the tea, isn't it? Yeah. No, what were you going to say? Sorry.
No, with the manifestation, it's put out there what you want. Again, it's my positive brain going, I get it. I get what you know. One of the things that we all say, you said it to me before, and we don't realize that we're saying it. And I really want the world to stop using it. It's an Australian saying that we've got all so used to saying. Ready for it?
Mm. No worries.
Why do we say that? No is a negative word and worries is a negative word. Why are we saying no worries rather than fantastic, all good, amazing, great? We also, if someone says to you, can you do something? Yeah, no worries. Knowing you mean it to see good,
Yeah.
but your brain
But it's well, the double negative in maths makes a positive, but in the
not
universe,
no, it doesn't.
it doesn't.
It's two negative words that the universe hears.
Yeah.
So we need to stop.
What's the other thing that people, UK English people say this all the time? How are you today? Ah, not bad.
Again, drives me insane. I'm fantastic. People ask me how I am. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm all good. I'm always lovely, or because that's what I want to project out there. You'll very rarely hear me say two negative words. But no worries. A lot of people, I message that and I'm like, stop. It's become so ingrained in us.
Yeah.
That we have to not, use different words. Use different words. Instead of saying, I'm so sorry I'm late, thank you for waiting for me. Sounds so much nicer.
Yeah.
And you're being grateful. So when you're grateful, you can't feel anything else anyway.
You can't actually be scientifically proven grateful and annoyed at the same time.
Exactly. So thank you for waiting for me. Thanks for understanding that the beautiful sunshine is making my internet rubbish or my internet not working. And it's really, really difficult to do. But what I'd love for everyone to do, again, out there, this is another one I have for you, is clock how many times you say a negative word and try and swap it for a positive one. It will, a lot of your vocabulary will have to change.
Yeah.
But
the magic is in noticing that you do it. A lot of people do it all the time and don't realize that they're doing it until it's pointed out. And this was one of the things that really shifted things for me when I was in quite a dark place, because I wasn't born positive like you. I've got there through work. My mum always joked I was born on a Wednesday. Wednesday's child is full of woe. But actually, I've shifted things around because my life at one point was not mine. And I realized that I was manifesting that. And so I caught the magic was in catching the language I was using and reframing it, shifting it into a more positive thing. Just anything, every word you speak manifests your reality, everything. So I hate my job, for example, is one thing that a lot of people say. Well, don't do that job then.
Yeah.
Or do it and enjoy it, and then the universe will give you things that you enjoy rather than things you don't.
Absolutely. The other thing is don't wish your life away. So don't. So where, again, I'm saying don't. Where I hear people go, when No, now.
Yeah.
And it's the old adage of the past is gone, the future's ahead of you. The present is a gift.
Mm,
Use it.
mm.
And I use it now. So I am doing, not I will be, not I have, I
I'll
am.
I'll
And
wait
it's,
till I'm ready.
oh, well, you can if you want, but please,
When will you
please
be ready? One, no, you won't, because you've got to step into your comfort zone and you've got to not be ready. When you realize it's something you need to do, don't wait.
do
You
it
will
now.
never be ready. There will never be a great time.
It's never a great time to get kids. There's never a great time to get a dog. There's never a great time to move. Then it does. Sorry, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
Dogs, of course, they have made an appearance. They have come running in. Here they go,
I'm here.
spinning
Always,
around.
always.
Miska. Miska will sing for us at some point, I'm sure.
But it's now. And when you're manifesting, manifest it now. So I am happy.
Mm.
So with what I do is I do daily bad dad jokes and I do daily affirmations. And it is, I am amazing. Today is a good day. It's never, maybe next week I'll smile. That's never going to happen.
Well, do you know what? We might not be here next week. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody is guaranteed an hour's time. You just don't know what's going to happen. And if you spend your time waiting for something to happen to you, make it happen for yourself now, because you just don't know how much longer we've got. And there's a great phrase that people on the negative side may find it morbid. I don't care. Memento mori is remember death. Because when you remember that we're not here forever, you make more of the today that you have right now.
So enjoy. So it's again very similar to what I was going to say. Is enjoy every day as if it shall last. I don't mean by that go and spend every penny. I'm just saying every single minute of your day enjoy. Not even every second of the day enjoy. You can. You can wake up in the morning with a smile on your face. You know, you can wake up happy, or you can let him sleep. That's fine. You know, leave grumpy. You, that's fine. The other thing that people say to me is, but what if I wake up in a bad mood?
Well, then shift it.
What else? You know, if I get out of bed the wrong side, the amount of times I just say to people, get back into bed and get out the other side. Obviously, and I mean that literally.
No, but on that, there was one technique that I used when I was getting myself out of that sort of pit of despair, effectively, was however you feel. So when you get out of bed and you feel like not great, go and look in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror. And so many people have a problem with just that. Look yourself in the eye and say, today is going to be a great day. And even if you feel like that is
I wouldn't even go the going to be. Today is a great day.
Yeah.
Today starts now.
I'm alive. I've got dogs running around, having fun, playing. You know, they bring joy to my life every day. They may be slightly irritating me now, but that's a temporary thing, because eventually they're going to go back downstairs and fight down there. So
it's so we in Judicorn, what I actually say to everyone, one of my top tips is when you brush your teeth in the morning and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, most people will brush their teeth and looking at the mirror, smile at yourself. Now, the great thing is you're brushing your teeth for 2 minutes, hopefully. You only need to smile at yourself for 30 seconds for the endorphins to hit in. The other thing that happens is the toothpaste goes all around your mouth, honestly, or around your face. Try it. Tell me it doesn't. But it makes you laugh. It makes you smile. The other thing that I do is send out daily bad dad jokes. And I do very early in the morning. So hopefully it's the first thing that people see when they turn their... And hopefully that will also make people smile.
Yeah.
Did you hear the baguette? See, I'm doing this just for you because in France. Did you hear about the baguette?
Can you not actually try and kill each other? Thank you. Go downstairs. Come on. Go downstairs.
Right, so I'll try that again. Did you hear about the baguette in Jow? In the zoo, sorry. No, the baguette in the zoo.
It was
I get in the zoo.
Mhm.
It was bred in captivity. Couple.
Good. No, go downstairs. Go down and calm down. Keep chat yourself. They've been, they do this every time. Every time. Well, maybe not every time, but actually, when I'm trying to have very important conversations, that's when they kick in. When you're saying something important, like the dad joke, because that was a particularly bad one.
But it's a good one, though. But it made you smile.
Absolutely, bred in captivity.
But that's the thing. It's like, what is orange and sounds like a parrot?
A carrot.
It is a carrot. It's make you laugh. So the jokes that I do are very, very basic humor, if you want.
Corny. Mm.
They're not set out to offend or
No,
to belittle anyone,
no.
because to me that isn't fun. I'm
Mm.
all about do
No,
not someone so you can get a joke out of it.
absolutely.
All that does is makes my hackles on my neck
Mm.
just
Mm.
I'm not having this.
No. What was your dad's favorite joke?
My dad's favorite joke was, where have you been? Where have you really been?
Oh
Really
my
bad.
goodness.
And
I would love to
also
know what people's dad's favorite joke was. Pop it
another one
into the
was
comments.
with him is, I feel so weak. I feel like a fortnight. But they were so bad. And he would he would literally repeat them. And we were like, Dad, it was bad the first time. It just gets worse. And
Mm.
I've taken it to Mansell, so I know that my jokes are bad. But like I said, if I can put a smile on people's face, even if they groan, a groan does turn into a smile, because it's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like a little chuckle, isn't it?
you're smiling it.
So
And like,
I feel moved to share my dad's favorite joke at this point.
your dad's favourite joke.
Okay, so what did Robin Hood say to his merry men when he saw the Sheriff of Nottingham coming over the hill? He said,
Go on.
"Look out, men! Here comes the Sheriff of Nottingham coming over the hill." And I'd be like, "Dad, what's the funny?" And he said, "Well, what else is he going to say?"
Another one, and I was like, really? Fiona, ask me if I'm an orange.
Are you an orange?
No. But it's a ridiculous thing, but it will stop, and you'll be going and say that to other people now, and it would just oh, are you an orange? No, of course I'm not.
Oh my
And
goodness.
the thing that I love, so laughing is just loud smiling. That's all it
Mm.
is, smiling. Just do it. Just go out there and smile,
It
and you
is
will see the
you.
beauty in everything, doing that.
It is really good for you. It actually shifts your physiology, releases endorphins, just laughing for nothing. When I did laughter yoga, went along to those classes, like it started just you laugh for just being silly, and then in the end, by the end of it, you are laughing so hard because you've been laughing, because you're all being so ridiculous, your belly hurts. You feel like you've been in the gym for half an hour.
You do. It's the best. I love laughing. And the more somebody laughs, the more you laugh with them. So I'll
Mm.
give you we were at a pub in Wales, and my mother-in-law did something that made me and my daughter completely laugh. And she did it, and we just laughed and laughed. And the problem is, when Georgia and I laugh, we set each other off, which I think is fantastic. So
Mm.
the rest of the table were laughing. It ended up the whole pub were just laughing. And when my husband went to pay for the meal, he was like, I'm so sorry about my wife and my daughter. And please don't apologize. She said, I have no idea what they were laughing at, but the pub has never ever laughed like that. She said it was amazing. She said, we're just all in a really good mood now. And that's what it does. That's what it does. It's the same as where you're laughing and you can't, when you're feeling gratitude, you can't feel anything else. It's the same when you're laughing, You actually can't feel sad. It's the, when you go to a funeral, or when you're watching a really sad film, and then all of a sudden something funny happens and you're laughing and you're crying at the same time, but you actually feel happy, not sad.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
It's a thing. You're like, I'm meant to be feeling sad, but I'm not at this precise moment. I'm actually feeling really happy.
Mm, yeah. I can think of several films that do that, and one second you're laughing and the next second you're crying. I don't know if you've seen Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais for me is hilarious, and some people may think, well, he's really offensive, he says things, no, he doesn't. If you think that, then you misunderstand his jokes. But his program, his series Afterlife, was full.
I didn't watch that because I knew it would be a sob fest, and
Oh,
I,
it is, but it's also a complete pissy pants laugh fest. So it's one of those that takes you through those emotions. But I think that's a good thing, because a lot of people think that emotions are bad. Some emotions are bad things, but they're not. And there's never a bad emotion.
just emotions. That's what they are. If you watch Inside, is it Inside Out? And Inside Out too. That's what the film's about. It's about emotions. They're not saying it's a good emotion or a bad emotion. Yes, you've got joy, which is an amazing thing, but we can't always be joyous.
No.
And this is what positivity, I think that there's going to wrap up, because I know that we're going to have to go in a sec, but this is what positivity means. The actual definition of positivity is accepting life as it is.
Yeah.
Accept it as it is. And it's the accepting that makes you more positive.
Yeah. I mean, that's the Buddha said that most suffering in life is caused by an inability to accept the reality of a situation. When you go, okay, this is what I've got to deal with, that's fine. What now? What can I do with it? What's happening? Okay, maybe not what I want. What do I want instead? And how do I close the gap between that and that?
And is what, okay, I will leave you with another question. Is what you want the best thing for you?
Mm, yeah.
It's like, going back to that old adage, isn't it? It's like there's that chocolate bar and there's the gym. And you can have instant gratification and have that chocolate bar, but it's not doing you any good. So is what you want doing you any good, or is what the universe has in plan for you better?
Absolutely. What you will leave us with, actually, Judy, is the question I ask all of my beautiful witches: is, if you were to leave this earth today, what is the one message that you want to leave the world with, that makes people go, oh, this is Judy's message? What is the piece of wisdom to impart?
Smile, 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 and what I believe SMILE stands for, which is see magic in literally everything.
I love that so much.
Go and do it. Go and see magic in everything. Go and look at nature, but then go and look at inside. We wouldn't be having this conversation. You're in France. I'm in Essex. We've got this amazing magic in front of us called the internet.
Yeah. Because most it's just science that we don't know how it works yet. I don't know how the internet works on a very small and a detailed level, but I trust that it does. The same with tarot cards. I don't know how they work, but I blooming trust that they do, because they've not let me down yet. And before we go, let's have a little box of positivity card for everyone.
I looked at my positivity card the other day, and every time I look at my positivity cards, obviously I think of you. And I know you do have the same deck, which is amazing.
What have we got? What have we got for the masses to go away with? Come on. What's the message? What's the message? We've got two. Oh, that's all over. So this is perfect. Love challenges, be intrigued by mistakes, enjoy effort, and keep on learning. And that is by Carol Dweck, who is somebody who's come up in the coaching program that I am following. And she's definitely one to look up. She's got some amazing books, Rethinking Positivity. So take that in. Then another highly relevant, because that happens. Message. The body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy.
There you go. We've spoke about, well, the only thing we haven't done is play, but to me I would
Oh,
rename it with fun, which is the same thing.
play is should be a part of everybody's day. And if you haven't got any play in your life, go and get Husky.
So for me, play is fun because that's what you're doing. You're just having fun.
Yeah.
Come out there, enjoy life.
Yeah, there is no other way forward.
No, there isn't. And smile.
Smile. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming and brightening up everyone's day, Judi. You are always an absolute joy to talk to, and I could talk to you for hours about all of this. But we will leave it there. And I look forward to seeing you again. And if you want to hear more from Judi about how to be more positive in your life, I will be putting all her links in the show notes. And thank you so much. It's been fun. It's been fun.
It's always fun. Love chatting.
Always. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love.